I said M. M and M. Maybe that's why I could write it so good. It's like, Mom, I want an M and M. It's like, okay. My testimony of the gospel, and I think it's really remarkable that some experiences you have with the gospel are so powerful that you just never forget it. I can pinpoint, I know exactly when I received my personal witness. It was 20 years ago. It wasn't the first time I'd seen, Christ videos like that or little mini shows. But that specific moment, what stood out to me was when the Savior reappeared to his apostles and he saw doubting Thomas and allowed him to come to see him. And it was in the phrase when he said, blessed are they who have not seen but yet have believed. For some reason, that just struck a tone with me. And I thought in my head in that very moment, well, I believe, because for some reason I understood what that meant. In the moment I thought that and felt that, this warm feeling just came over me. Like I had never felt anything like it before. And it was so strong. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was peaceful. And I did not want that feeling to leave. That next spring, the missionaries came to one of those friends' house, to my friend John. And he called me up one day and said, Dontrell, these young preachers just came by, they're here at my place. And they asked me did I know anybody who'd be interested in hearing their message. And he's like, and of course, I thought about you. I was like, my friend wasn't lying when he said a young preacher. I could tell we were around the same age. And so I was just like, I want to know how to do whatever it is you're doing. I really want to know. I want to do that. The thing that really solidified me with the missionaries was when I had a question, they had an answer. I mean, for years in the Catholic Church, and then my other side of the family was Baptist, I never really got full answers to things. I wanted to know what the purpose of life was. I wanted to know why did good people have to have bad things to happen? And I just didn't know what that was. And those were the two questions that were on my mind. It was amazing because again, that feeling, the Spirit came again. And it wasn't the same kind of as strong, but I remember I recognized it. And it had been about a year since I had felt it like that. But when they talked about the plan of salvation, it was just something clicked. I knew that was true. I didn't know how I knew it, but I just knew it. And I was like, that makes so much sense. And they were like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, and they're like, so you believe that could happen, and I was like, yeah. I just remember that, just being the beginning of me learning so much and really feeling confident. And I think right now the world is getting to the point to where hope is really teetering on a ledge, and we've had a lot of different things to happen that have contributed to it. But I think the one thing the gospel anchors you in is just that hope, because you have to have that hope to be able to let faith work. And without the hope, it's really hard to have the faith. So I think the gospel is that centered hope that somehow something's going to happen, that we don't know exactly the ways that the Lord will make it come about, but that He will. The elders had taught me that I could really be open and pray with God, as I'm talking now. And I just asked Him to know. And I felt that Spirit come to my heart and mind. And the Lord even added something even really special, where I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I not only felt but heard, Him say that was His righteous path, and those were His righteous servants.